I just press the button.
I'm sharing
Yeah,
my.
started now. Started now.
Okay. So in today's session, we will see how
Okay.
to get the configuration file.
Configuration file. Okay.
Yes. Because this is the file, config file, which has all the information about your server, about bootstrap server, about your connection with the cloud, because here is your system, and this
Okay.
will get connected with the Confluent Cloud
Okay.
Kafka.
Okay.
So all the details about this Kafka, Confluent Kafka, you need to store it into this system. Like what is the user ID, what is the password, what is the IP address, and all,
Okay.
and secret key, its value. So all these configuration details that
Okay.
will be stored in your program as a config file. Getting my point?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So on that, yeah,
this will be stored with the producer. Is that
yeah. Not only with the producer, it will be stored in a file which will be used by producer, by consumer, by anyone else.
okay?
So it's a separate file. It will be stored as a separate file, like say config file dot config.
Okay.
So this file all the has all the details about your cloud Confluent Kafka. So once your producer try to hit this Kafka server,
Okay.
so this will hit Kafka server on the basis of all the details provided into this text file or config file.
Okay.
Because on in Confluent Kafka, there may be your instance, my instance also. Uh, there were there may be some n number of instances for n number of users. So
Mhm.
your program will hit only your instance based on your details, because you will be able to get only those details.
Okay.
I mean, only details of your instance. So say this point number one is a instance of Amit.
Mm-hmm.
So all the details of your instance will be given by Kafka. You just copy it, and paste in your config file in local machine or in your ID, and your producer will see all the details, and then on that basis it will get connected with your Kafka server of your
Okay.
instance, and then
Mhm.
other things will happen.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, all the connection details we can imagine
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
this
yes,
config file.
yes, very right. Yeah. So let's see that how can we go into that. We will log in into Confluent Kafka. Already logged in. So this will be first phase. Here you have your cluster. So have you created any cluster? No. Okay. So you need to create one.
Yeah, I created the default cluster, which you asked me,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
That
Okay.
I created.
Yes. 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 That's good. So just click on that cluster, default cluster, and here, if you click on this cluster, you will be getting this page. So here in tool and client config. Yes. So this is the page where you will be getting all your configuration details
Okay.
like client, and on this page you will generate new like this all details. Either you
Okay.
copy it and paste it somewhere, or
Okay.
you can do one thing because we are running it into Python. So we'll click on this and we will copy this file. Okay.
So you went to tools and client and config, and then within that you went to Python.
Yes.
Copied this configuration of Python, and now you're going to copy and paste it somewhere.
Yes.
So these connection details are for this cluster.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Correct. Correct. Very correct. Okay. So here you just copy it and
Okay.
paste it in your ID.
Okay.
Open your ID.
PyCharm. Okay. I've installed PyCharm also in my uh, local. I've already installed.
Oh, okay, fine. So you just paste it into that, and once you paste it, so
Okay.
if you see here, there are key value pair. These are the key,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the, I mean, left side of the equal sign is key, and right side of the equal sign is value. Okay, and all the key, secret key which you have generated right now, this one REL, like this one, getting a
Okay.
point key. So
Okay.
that value has been already pasted here.
So key is also pasted here and value is also there. Okay.
Yes, yes. So
So
you
name.
need not to do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
No, no. So
Yeah.
basically, we don't. We just have to copy this.
Yes, yes. So
Copy this.
only if you yeah. So only if you click on this show API keys, so
Okay.
that will be pasted by this website. Otherwise, it will not be here. So
Okay.
in this case, you will have to paste manually.
Oh,
Just
I got.
okay. Yeah,
I got it.
copy it. Yeah, copy it from here and paste it here. So better
Okay.
to yeah check this and have this like that. Okay,
Okay.
and then copy it here and then paste it into your pie chart. So once you paste it in pie chart, so yeah. So what my point is here, if you see, all the details are in key value pair, like
Okay.
bootstrap server, bootstrap dot servers is a key, and right side of the equal sign is the value.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
once you paste it, yeah, once you paste it into any file, then you will have to read this file.
Have to read this file. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
then only uh, you can give the value, or you can send the value to producer my that these are my values, like bootstrap server value is this,
Mm-hmm.
protocol is this,
Mm-hmm.
my username is this, and password is this. So our next task is to manipulate this information from the file.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
are you are you agree on this?
Yeah. So you want to manipulate the information so that
Yes.
for different cluster, different information should be there, right? Or
Yes. Mhm.
right?
Yes. So
Okay.
basically, we now our next task is to read this file
Okay. Okay.
programmatically. Okay.
Okay.
So So suppose I have written here I've created one folder resources.
Okay.
Under that, I am going to write one file, that is Confluent Cloud underscore config.
Spelling is not correct. Config, I think. CON.
Config. Oh yeah, right. Config. Confluent Cloud underscore config dot config.
Okay.
And here you will be pasting all the details.
Okay.
So once you paste it all the details,
Mm-hmm.
so now we need to read this file
Okay.
and get all the values of servers, protocol, username, and password like that.
Okay.
Okay. So now, so are you getting what is our next task?
So I'll tell you what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
We have created a Kafka cluster.
Yes.
Now this is the configuration. How, if you want to connect to that Kafka cluster, this is the
Yes.
configuration. We are pasting this in PyCharm
Yes.
in config. Now I think we are going to write a Python code
Mhm.
which is going to basically connect to this cluster and
Yes.
send a message to the Kafka server.
Yes.
I'm assuming,
Yes. Very right.
right?
Yes. So that is the whole concept. You have explained very well. But what I'm asking is, what is our next task?
Our next task should be to create a producer that can
Yeah.
produce message and push it to the
Yes.
cluster.
Yes. So our next task is to create a producer, to write a producer.
Okay.
So for writing producer,
Mhm.
so producer. So for producing any message, what is the first step? What you need? You need some details to establish connection.
Mhm.
Producer, your producer will get connected with this cloud,
Yes.
right? So for getting this connection to be done, you need some details of
So
your
that come from
instance.
config file. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So your all details are where?
Config files.
Yes. C
All connection
what?
details.
Yeah.
Config file.
C cloud
Mhm.
underscore config.
Mhm.
So this is the file where all the information is stored
Stored. Okay.
about your Confluent Cloud server. So now you need to read this.
Okay.
Now I'm going to write some program to
Mhm.
read this. Not exactly the program. I am here discussing the concept, how to
Okay.
write the program.
Okay.
So suppose you have a function, you have to create one function into Python. So this is your function, suppose there,
Mhm.
and it any name you can give, no problem. You just give the file path, config file path. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this? What is the value of config file path? Can you tell me?
Config
Well,
file. Oh, that is
path.
resources dot uh,
Yes.
in your project
Yes.
dot
Yes. Yes.
resources slash.
Yes. Correct. So under resources we have. So that exact file path will be given to this config file path. Okay. Right.
Yes, yes.
Amit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying yes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah. I thought some minute connection was there. So now your next. Let's write this. Let's try to let's try to read all the values of the given file. Like, and file path is this. This variable holds the file path. Okay. So I'm writing this. What we will do here. So first we will write with a statement. So you know Python, okay? Basic Python, you know. So with a statement, we will write this function. This is a predefined function. Open, and we will get this file path. Config file path. So take it as a any variable for our convenience. So fh. Okay. Now we will read each and every line of the fh. So fh means what? Fh means this is your fh. It has bootstrap server equal to some value a b c x m y z a b c like that. Okay. Here
Mhm.
your username equal to a x y z w like that. Okay. So all the details you have like this. Okay, from your configuration file. So earlier this file name was the exact file name of this file was config file path. Config file path, and then you have given type. So firstly you have given this name to this file. After that you have given fh to this fh name to this file. So now we are considering fh. Okay.
Mhm.
So now let's write. Let's now try to read each and every line. So we need to read each and every line of this file. Each and every line. So so for that purpose, we will write code. So for line is predefined key. So line means one line at a time. So for line in fh, line is equal to line dot strip. Okay. So line dot strip means, so if you have line line means first line. I'm talking about this line.
Okay.
So the value of line is the total line.
Mm-hmm.
So once you take the all the value once you take this total line, you need to strip it so that all the spaces unwanted extra spaces should be removed. So now once you put this strip, so now your the value of line becomes only this much.
Okay. So you're running a
Stress it.
you're running
Yeah.
a loop.
Yes, yes, very right. Yeah. So we are running it into loop so that every line can be read out.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So and after that, if some condition should be given, length of line not equal to 0. This file may be blank. So just we are giving some we are taking some precautions or uh, conditions. So if line is not equal to 0, line should, I mean, the value of line should be some value. If it is not 0, then only we can do that. And line the index of line the index of line 0 not equal to hash. Why we are taking this under consideration?
Length of line not equal to 0 and line of is not equal to hash. It's not a comment.
Hash. Yes, it should not be comment. Otherwise, if they put it hash, then it must be a comment. So just we are ignoring those lines in that way, and then we are having like key value pair. So key is our parameter. Value is there, and now line dot strip dot split. On what basis we are splitting? On the basis of equal to sign. So before equal to, it will be splitted into two parts. It will be splitted into two parts on the basis of equal to sign. So first part will go as a key, that is a parameter, the variable which holds the key value, that is called parameter, and the second part goes to value. So here if you see, we have given two variables, parameter and value, and now we are splitting the complete line, one single line, into two parts on the basis of equal to sign.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this
Okay.
will be, your line will be splitted into two parts. First part will be this and second part will be this. So first part will go to parameter. So the value of parameter will be bootstrap server, and the value of value variable will be a b c x y z a b c, like that, whatever value you have in your file. Okay. So now our task is about to complete, and in next uh, line we will write conf parameter. Conf is an object, so that is, and the value should be value dot string. So what will happen? Conf,
So you're creating an array of key and
yes,
value.
yes. Conf, tell me the value of parameter.
Username.
Yes.
The username is there.
Oh,
Value.
first one. Yeah, bootstrap.
Bootstrap server.
Bootstrap. server, and value will be A, B, C, X, Y, Z, U, B, C. Next, for next loop, the parameter will be username, and the value will be, tell me, A, X, Y, Z, G, W. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now at the end, you will return. Here is your with statement. So just under that, you will write return gone. Okay. So now, whomsoever will call this function and keep this path, then you will be returning this conf object, means you will be returning this object.
Okay.
So now your file has been converted into object. Now your value is stored into object.
Mhm.
You can say, I mean, array of array in array.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
An array.
now it is, now we can use this object, conf object we can use in our program. Okay.
Mm. So
So this is the, yeah, tell me.
what is written after this line dot step dot split equal to, what is after equal to?
Oh, it's a it's a one one.
One?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what we have. So now, are you online? I mean, you must you are online. So can you share your screen and show me where how you are getting this configuration file?
Okay. So for that I need to. No, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm
Okay,
only
okay, not
listening
that.
to you.
Mhm. Okay, okay, fine.
You want me to share
Okay.
my screen? I can share, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah. So just do it today. You just all
Sure.
do all this exercise, and
Yeah.
in next session, yeah, in next session we will start writing our producer. Okay,
Okay.
and yeah, you have already installed all those things required softwares. Okay,
Yes. That I've
okay,
already
Amish.
installed.
Yeah.
Okay. One more question I
Oh,
have.
yeah,
Can can
yeah.
you can you explain me like the Kafka architecture as a whole, because I keep on getting confused. Uh,
So
where this is coming into picture, I just want to understand.
which one?
Like Kafka architecture, like the high level architecture of Kafka, like
Okay,
what is,
okay.
from where it is coming, where it is going.
Yeah. So you want me to explain this
Yeah.
architecture?
So, yeah. So yeah. So like in this architecture,
Mm-hmm.
where is the cluster coming into play? Where is the cluster in this architecture?
Yes, very good. Just a second.
I mean, there are so many architectures given here.
Yes. Yeah. No, you just tell me which architecture you need me to explain. I'll
No,
explain it.
any
Any, okay,
architecture.
fine. Okay.
I don't know like which is the correct architecture, but any architecture
No,
that you can take. And I just basically I just want to understand where these clusters are coming into picture.
okay. So this is your architecture.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now you answer my question. Where this producer will be where? Where they lie?
This producer is what the Python program we are writing,
Yes. Very right.
right?
Where are they? This ecosystem.
So this is what I'm confused. So is this ecosystem the Kafka cluster that we created? Is
Yes,
that
yes, yes. This is the cluster sign. This is the cluster sign.
okay? Okay. So okay.
This,
So this is the
yes,
cluster we are creating. Okay.
yeah. So under cluster means number of systems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a
Okay.
hardware part. It's a set of
Okay.
computers.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
think of it.
So there could be
Only,
multiple clusters here.
yeah,
Okay.
there could be. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Sure. So with my Python program, I'll be able to read the configuration file. Basically, I'll be
Yes.
able to read the configuration of the cluster with which
Yes.
my processor wants to connect
Yes.
or push messages, right?
Yes. Right.
But my second question is, let us
Uh-huh.
suppose there are 10 different clusters, right?
10 different clusters.
10,
Okay.
10 clusters will have 10 different configuration files.
Good question. Yes. 10 configuration file will
Mhm.
definitely will have a different configuration file. See, if
So,
you, yeah, just let me because let me verify it.
sure.
So here, if you see
Mhm.
schema registry URL, just a second, from where we have landed on this page,
We
see the
landed
flow.
from, yes,
Yeah, we landed on the particular cluster
cluster.
after,
Mhm.
yeah, after clicking on particular cluster. We
Mhm.
are not getting here any configuration file. We are
Mhm.
getting configuration file once we click on particular cluster.
Okay.
So if there are 10 number of clusters, so so that must be listing out here. That must be listed out here.
Mhm. Okay.
And yeah, so if we need any configuration file of for any particular cluster, we need to click on that cluster, and then we will be getting the configuration file for that particular cluster.
Okay. Okay.
So
So,
yeah, so the answer of your question is yes. If we have 10 clusters, so 10 different files, 10 different configuration file.
okay. So,
They, yeah.
so now the second question is,
Mhm.
producer will connect to 10 different clusters, basically, right? So
No,
every producer will connect
no,
to
no.
all clusters.
That is not needed.
Okay. So,
Here, yeah, here your producer is getting connected. Your particular producer is getting connected with one cluster
okay.
in
Mm-hmm.
this picture. So if your cluster, if your producer P1
Mm-hmm.
is here, P1 and P2 and P0, if you these are the producer, and this is the cluster C0, C1 and C2. So this P0 may connect with C1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but again, now I'm I'm I have one more question which I have
Hmm?
is, so if can one producer connect to multiple clusters or not?
Yes, yes, can connect.
It can, right?
Yeah,
So so what I've read in Kafka is replication, right? Your
yes,
data is replicated
yeah,
across clusters, or
yeah.
your
So
data is,
yeah,
yeah.
so you are nobody to decide. I mean, not decide. You are nowhere to write all these things manually. That this is a replication factor, and this should be. Yeah, you can do that. Kafka
Okay,
provides that, but by default they do that, and this is the task of this cluster itself.
okay, okay,
Then how many blocks will be created, where the metadata will be stored, the one single block will be replicated in how many other blocks, which will be the master node, which will be the data node, which will be the yes, master node and the data node, and where
okay,
these data nodes will be there.
okay,
So at a very abstract level, we
mhm,
just create our cluster
okay,
that these are my server node, these are master node, these are my data nodes, and this is the configuration for a master node and data node once in a lifetime. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
So once we create our cluster, that's okay. That is done.
Okay.
Now once we I mean repeatedly we write our producer.
Okay.
At the time of producer, we give the replication factor like 3, 1. By this factor, our messages will be replicated into cluster.
Okay. 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 So at the time of writing messages, we basically configure the replication factor,
Yes,
and
that
based
is
on that,
yeah, that is a little thing we do that.
so we'll be creating like one pipeline, right? Like producer to
Yes,
consumer, pushing
yes,
messages.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And how many clusters we can configure in this Confluent Kafka, free of cost, not money.
Mm, we'll have to check. I
You
mean,
have to
you
check.
need to check that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And what is the zookeeper doing here?
Zookeeper is synchronizing all these things, because you may have multiple producers, you may have producers running parallelly, you have your consumer running, so all these should be in sync. Remember in Java we will have multiple threads. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listening.
So remember we have multiple threads in
Mhm.
Java.
Mhm.
Threads. So there, once we started concept of thread, then we move to synchronization. That how these threads will be will work together, will work parallel. So for
Okay.
that purpose, we synchronization came into picture. That
Okay.
if this is your resource and this thread one is accessing it and thread 2 is also wants to access this resource, then who will access first and after what time this thread 2 will access this resource.
Okay.
Should I explain it in detail or are you getting that what I am saying?
No, that's
This
fine. I mean, I
okay.
think
Yeah.
when we'll run like a program or something, then we'll get some more idea, on the
Yes,
zookeeper.
yes. Yeah, so zookeeper is a server. We don't do anything manually over here, so
Okay.
it's a you can say it plays its side role, so it keep on synchronizing all those things into that. So only we need to do just to start our zookeeper server, that's all, and all other things need taken care by zookeeper itself.
Okay.
But if in case of some extra synchronization or you can customize synchronization in case of we need, then we write our zookeeper itself.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So that's it from my side for today.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
When is the next class?
Maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do tomorrow, but it will be a bit late. That is okay with you? Is your working day?
uh, uh, Tomorrow is not my working day, not but okay, so let's do it the day after tomorrow at same time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Day after.
finalize it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you.